But yeah, the original vision is complete. Let's take it in. Hello everyone, welcome back to Alfie's Agriculture. In today's video, we are going to be doing a patio in front of the corn house, because when we were digging up a couple of weeks ago, we saw that there's actually some bricks under there, but it doesn't go the whole way towards the door of the corn house. So it starts at the start of my plot, and it's about, I'd say, my arm's width wide, and then it looks like it's going along towards the corn house, but then it's just mud after a couple bricks length. So I've collected some bricks around the corner, and I've popped them by the area that we're going to be digging up today, and then putting the bricks in, and then obviously we're going to pack them in the mud, and hopefully it's a little bit better than the patio that I made in front of my shed, because that one's all up and down. It's not very good, so we'll see, I guess. But I was hoping to use my garden fork to dig the dirt, but my mother got a bit excited with it and she broke it. But no worries, because my father has come in and saved the day. Thank you, Sean, for a brand new garden fork. This one's actually called a border fork. I'm probably still going to call it a pitchfork, as I do, as per tradition on the channel. But it's very lovely, nice wood stalk. It isn't like lacquered or oiled. It's a bit, dry feeling, but I'm not going to complain because obviously it's got a nice, lovely rubber handle, and you're not really going to be holding onto the wooden part anyway. If I'm grabbing on down here, it's going to be on the metal. So I've just got to rip open this cling film. God, there's so much of it. Eventually, that's one bit of cardboard over it. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Absolute beauty. Now I'll take this end piece off this bag off. And it's taped up here. There we go. Take that off. There we go. Absolutely lovely, brand new. Take these little protectors off the spikes. Jesus. Ah, it's really difficult. Oh gosh, hold on. Oh wow. Do you know what? I'm going in my mouth. Nope. That's going to break my teeth. Yeah, I got a pair of grippers, so that should be able to grip onto it and pull it off. If this doesn't do it, I'll be very embarrassed. Oh my gosh. There we go. That's one. Absolutely lovely. I'll be using this today to break up that dirt before we put the bricks into the ground. So thank you to Sean. So here's the area that we're going to be working on today. Obviously you can see my pile of bricks just here. So basically this front part, I don't know if you can really see it. Yeah, you can just about see it. Where I'm standing here, there's some bricks, but from this fourth brick, well, depends what way you measure it, from about 1.5 feet in, it's just mud. So it's like the previous owner of the allotment must have started it, but then never completed it the whole way along. So I'm gonna have to move all the bricks because I've idiotically put them right in the way of where I'm gonna be digging. And then I'm gonna have to peel back the ground sheet and start digging up the dirt. Let me move these out of the way to start off with. This is gonna take a while. Oh gosh. Spider! Go on my back. It's not great. There we go. All moved. Now, oh gosh, I've got to cut the ground sheet. Although I'm just going to cut the ground sheet for now, and then chuck over all the wood chip onto the side beside it, on the part beside it, and then I can start digging underneath the ground sheet. Okay, so I've got the edging tool out because this is surprisingly good at cutting the ground sheet. So if I just pop it down the side of where I'm going to be placing the bricks, then it will cut the ground sheet along it. I'm not going to lie to you. I know it's called an edging tool, but I don't actually know what its primary purpose is. Like, what is edging? If you could let me know in the comments, that'd be great. Is it just for like the edge of like patios and that, where the grass grows over the edge? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. And now for the other side. Now that I've broken off the ground sheet, I can get a shovel and scrape away the top level of wood chip and reveal what we've got going on underneath. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Alright. There we go. So now we just have the base dirt, which we can obviously dig through to then make space for the bricks to go in. But it's not very level either, so hopefully we can make the bricks level. I'm not very hopeful though, because the bricks that are currently there are immaculate. They're brilliant, completely flat. But yeah, I don't hold much hope for what I'm doing, because I'm not a bricklayer. But oh well. Okay, let's see. Right, now I'm going with the new garden fork to break up all the dirt. Yeah, that's all got to be broken up, smaller bits. And some of it's going to have to be taken out as well, because obviously we've got to make space for the bricks. Ah, that tree is sharp. Ow. So it might be best now I'll grab the wheelbarrow and remove some of this dirt whilst I'm doing it as well, just so I don't have to remove it in a minute. Okay. So what I can do is pull this big chunk out, like so, pop that in the wheelbarrow. There we go. And now obviously this is too low, but I've got a bunch of broken up soil here that I can easily move into the gap to fill it. So I can just do a bunch of big chunks first to remove some soil from the area. There's some great big roots under here. I wonder what they're from. Is it that tree? I don't know. No, it's coming from somewhere else. Well, that is confusing, because there's no other big tree around. God, I tell you what, I'm hot now. Let me take this jacket off. Jesus. Whew. Starting to get to spring. Summer, I mean. What on earth is that? Polystyrene that's been buried in the hopes that it would break down. But here it is, probably years later, still not broken down. People think that this, you know, the biodegradable plastic will break down like just as fast as food waste. It doesn't. This will still take like 30 years. Awful. Right, now I'll start preparing to put my first brick in by patting the dirt underneath down. I think this is a mistake that I made before when I did my first patio in front of my shed, is I leveled the dirt out to the right height underneath the brick, but I didn't pat it down. And obviously once it gets wet from rainfall, and obviously from just people walking on it, the dirt's going to get patted down below, and then it will become uneven. So you want to pat it down beforehand, ideally. So then you know that it's going to be the right height when you put it in. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just preparing by patting it down with my foot, because that will be enough weight, basically. My body weight will pat it down sustainably, or adequately. So now, just test fitting the brick and seeing where I need to break up. So I'm placing the brick in, and I'm also going to step on it just to also pat it down, just to make sure that it's the right height. See, right now it's a bit too low, so I'm going to have to put a little bit more dirt in there. And then pad that down as well. Again, go back to the first step of padding down the dirt before I put the brick in. There you go, and then I can see that it's not even, so I've got to pad another bit down next to that. So it's going to definitely take a little bit longer than the other patio, but hopefully that'll make it also more even. That is the whole goal, basically. I'm definitely going to need to take a lot more dirt out, so I'm going to empty out the wheelbarrow, take some more out. Where do I need dirt? I'm just going to put it next to the pond. Well, your left hand's free and your right's in grip. Well, another hand clean. Watch the right hand slip. Schwartzy is gone. Oh. Yeah. There you go. Empty out that load. So I'm now trying to level out all the dirt and then pad it down, and then probably add a bit more dirt because I'll be padded it down too much. Should be too low. But this is very important to do to try and achieve the flat patio at the end. Okay, relatively flat. Now let me place some bricks down to see how accurate I was on my first guess. Pretty close, actually. I mean, that is accurate. I know you can't see it, but be proud of me right now. Let me place the rest of them down. Now, the issue with the bricks that I'm using is I think they're a slight bit wider than the ones that were previously here. So it's not all going to meet up properly, which is unfortunate. I'll try and get it as close as possible, but there's only so much I can do, really. So do these ones like that, which could be nice, actually. Now that looks nice. Doing a little rim at the end, or the edge. So I think what I'm going to do, because the new bricks that I've got are bigger than the old bricks, it's not going to match. So I'm going to take the old bricks up and just start again with the new bricks, just like it's all, you know, it matches basically. So I'll do that now, and I'll put the old bricks to this side over here. So if I need them, I can use them, but hopefully I won't. We will see. Okay, let's get started with the new ones. So I'm going to do, at the edges, I'm going to do one of the bricks stood up, just to do an edge along the side, as I think that would look nice. But the dirt here isn't level, so I need to level that out. I'm going to try and do a nice pattern in it as well, just because it'll look nice when if I do a little pattern in the bricks. Okay, I could actually make this less wide and actually just do it that wide, which is like the width of the door, basically, just wider than the width of the door, which I might do. Yeah, why not? There we go. Yeah, I quite like that. Oh. There you go, that's 2 like layers, basically. I like it. That is nice. It's very nice. So I'll just need to continue that on the whole way, basically, which is going to take a while, but it'll be worth it. It'll look very nice. There we go. That's the 3rd layer. If I just put the next brick on, like so. Lovely. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's coming along, slowly but surely. That's 4 layers. Crikey. This is very tiring work. So I'm just under halfway. That's 5 layers. Crikey. So I am running low on bricks. So I'll do 1 more layer. Then I've got to go and grab some more bricks from the person that I got these bricks from. Just because then they're all the same type of brick and it will all match, which will be very satisfying, in my opinion. There we go. 7 rows complete. 2 more and it's done. Obviously, I don't have the bricks, so I'm going to go collect the bricks later. The person said that I can come and grab them later on. Unfortunately, that means I won't be able to finish it today, but no worries, because we can always finish it another day. So I was just looking at the area and I'm thinking that this area over here, where I did dig it wider but then ended up doing the path thinner, I might actually dig it out a little bit further, like a foot further, and make this a flower bed, because well, why not, really? I'm gonna go and get more bricks. So what I can do is, as I've just done here, I've done like a half a foot wide long bed, but then I thought I could actually make it like a 2 foot wide flower bed, like so. So going 3 bricks along, and then going along here, my feet, there'll be bricks along here, going all the way up to the wall of the flower shed, or the corn shed, sorry, corn house. And then this can all be one nice flower bed next to the path, where we can have nice decorative flowers planted. So I'll dig that area out as well, and then I'll also grab extra bricks when I go and collect the bricks, to also not only finish the pathway but also compensate for building an outline for this flower bed, which I think will look very nice. This is surprising because when I started, I wasn't really a fan of flowers. I was like, oh no, I don't want to do flowers. I'm doing this mainly for function, to get food, basically. But the more I do it, the more I appreciate the beauty of, you know, gardening and just decorative flowers. Don't get me wrong, I still prefer food. I still prefer planting, you know, vegetables and stuff that I can eat. But I appreciate flowers a little bit more now, so that's something, I guess. Okay, so I've peeled back the ground sheet about as far as I need it to be. So along here, right where this middle panel next to the door is, that'll be where the flower bed ends, basically. So about 1.5 to 2 foot wide. So that's a pretty decent flower bed, I might say. And there's actually some mushrooms growing underneath where the ground sheet used to be, which is quite cool. But yeah, our first time using the path with the wheelbarrow. Here we go. Oh yeah, look at that. It's perfect. So now I'm going to dig up the dirt in the remaining area where the path will be finished. So we're back the next day, and I've gotten some more bricks, as you can see. and I've laid them down over here, but they're not actually in place yet, so I'm going to have to take them back up and do the dirt underneath. It is a little bit wet today because it's been raining this morning, and it is due to rain again in a while, so I am on the clock here, and it's going to be a little bit miserable in this weather, but we'll give it a go. So we'll start over this edge, because then we can work our way along, because over this side, where obviously the flower bed's going to be, Kian came by yesterday to help me grab the bricks after I stopped recording. We just laid them down, and I asked him, do you think that the flower bed should go all the way up to the wall of the corn house, or have a little path there? And he said path would be better, so that's why that continues up that way. So we'll just go back round to this side and start on this side, and what we're going to have to do is put some more dirt back underneath, because the bricks are a bit too low where I just laid them in. So I need to put some more dirt under there and pack it down. So where are my dirt stores? Over there. Okay, so I need to go and get the wheelbarrow. Okay, so I've got some dirt from what I dug up yesterday, and I'm now just going to use it to fill in a little bit of the soil below the bricks that I haven't laid yet. I'm just going to pop it down there and break it up, so now I can stamp it down with my boots. The issue with it, obviously because it's wet now, because it's been raining, is it's not going to get pressed down, but rather get stuck to my boots. So I'm going to have a bunch of extra weight on the bottom of my boots. And I imagine this is what it feels like to be stomping the grapes in a vineyard where they're making wine in olden day Italy with barefoot, just a squishy, slight resistance feeling. It's an odd feeling. Right, let's see, is that the right height? Oh, just about. Lovely, fits perfect. And then 2 more just here. That's all good. Trying to open up the door, so that's out the way. So now, see that these bricks are too high. So that door does not like that at all. And I don't like that the door doesn't like it, so I'm going to lower these bricks down. There we go. The door is happy. And so am I. Look at that. Seamless. Now I'll lay the bricks back down. Lovely. So now that the original pathway that I planned to do is done. So now what I can do is just extend this extra little pathway here that I was going to do. And as you may have noticed, I've got a lot of extra bricks as well, because I'm planning to do a border. See how I've done like the bricks on their side, so they're higher at the edges? I think I might do that around the edge of my plot at the front, just in front of the corn house, just because it'll look nice, basically. But yeah, the original vision is complete. Let's take it in. Yeah, looks nice. So now we'll do the little extra pathway part behind the flower bed. There we go. So now I can pull the wheelbarrow away. We can see the finished product. Obviously we've still got a couple of bricks just laid out on top, but this is basically it, for now at least. I did speak to the people that I got the bricks from and let them know that I intend to get some more, because I'd like to extend this brickwork, like I said, at least doing a border around the edge of my plot, and then maybe extending the walkway along the front of the corn house, maybe in both directions, I'm not sure yet. But for now, this is what I set out to do, and more actually, because obviously I didn't intend for a flower bed to be here. But this will be absolutely lovely when this is full of pretty flowers, basically. But now the decision is, in that flower bed, obviously I'm going to need to fill it up with dirt, it's low right now. But do I just use the dirt that was already there, or do I put store-bought compost in there? Now obviously it'll be quite expensive to put store-bought compost in there, but it would be better compost or better soil for the plants. Or do I do a bit of both? Do I, fill it a little bit with the dirt that was in here and then just top it off with compost? I don't know. I do not know. I'm going to take any bits of rubble or roots out of the dirt just so it's nice and fine for the flowers that are planted in here. Yeah, nice. Really nice. And now we just got to fill in the edges of the bricks around the outside of it all, just so there isn't a gap where the dirt was dug out. So I'm just convincing the dirt into the gap and then just pushing it down, breaking it up so it all fits in and sits in there nicely. Oh yeah, that is nice. I mean, sometimes I do think this is just an allotment. It isn't my property, and one day I won't have this allotment anymore, so all my hard work will go off to someone else. But to be honest with you, that's not the point. The point is, whilst I'm here, I want to do the best that I can, and not just obviously grow food, but also create a nice space that I can just relax and appreciate the hard work that's gone into it. And with a patio like this, it isn't needed. I didn't need this to access the corn house, to plant flowers. I could have just planted flowers anyway, but it's just nice to look at, really, isn't it? So here's a different angle of it all. So obviously you've got the flower bed here. It's not perfectly straight, no, but I don't care. So here we've got the pathway. I'm really happy with the front edge here, with the grass like making a living edge, flowing over into it. That is nice. And obviously, yes, there isn't ground sheet underneath, so it will eventually turn in to an overgrown patio like that. But I like that. That looks quite nice. I think it's good. Obviously, it needs to be trimmed a little bit, but I think it adds character. Makes it look old and rustic. So yeah, you've got the raised edges along the sides and up there as well. And then obviously you got the corn house where you can open that up, and for the first time ever, the door does not scrape at all. That is amazing. That door has never ever done that. Well, at least as long as I've had the allotment. So yeah, that is amazing, and I'm gonna have to fix this door at some point, because obviously when it's closed it has a gap down here which animals can definitely get into and start snacking on my peas. So we'll have to sort that out soon. But then we've got this lovely area for a flower bed to go, which obviously Ellie and her friend Crystal have started some seeds in seed trays, which once they're grown enough can go into here. So that'll be lovely. That is a hard 2 days work complete. In other news, I recently got a call from the site supervisor saying that my plan to build an extension on the back of the corn house has been approved. So now I can build an extension on the back. This is behind the scenes here, guys. Well, it's going to be what probably next week. So I'm going to use these big frames and I'm going to extend it to that post, so about a meter extension on the back of the corn house, and this will be one big long greenhouse. Basically, I'm going to use hard plastic on the roof and then soft plastic along the sides, so then it makes a nice warm climate inside for plants that I want to grow in there. Because currently I've got all my pepper plants in my mother's greenhouse, so I'm going to need to get them in mine once it's built. So that'd be nice to build next week. But that is it for this week's video. I hope that you enjoyed and are proud of my work. I am very happy with it, and this is also a complete surprise to Ellie. She has no clue that this has been done, so can't wait for her to see the flower bed, because she's going to be ecstatic about that. I know it. Ellie, if you're watching right now, You're welcome. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. As always, if you want to support the channel, you can head to the Amazon wishlist, which is linked in the description, and purchase anything that's on there if you want to support the channel. Obviously, I'll thank you in the videos, because it's just, you know, it's really nice to help out, because obviously I don't earn from these videos yet. So I'm just doing this completely out of my time. And it is lovely to have all your comments as well. I've been reading all your comments recently. It's really nice to see all the support from you guys. And I can't wait to see what the rest of the year holds for the allotment, because it's changed so much so far, and we're only, what's it been now, 4th month? It's been 5 months that I've had the allotment, not even half a year. So after the full year, we'll see. We could do a comparison, like a summary of the whole year at the allotment, and see not only how much I grew in terms of food, but also how much has changed at the allotment, and how much I've learned as well. And also, some of you may have seen that I've been making educational videos recently as well. I made the nettle fertilizer video, and also the banana fertilizer video. So what did you guys think of that? Let me know in the comments, because I think, obviously I can't make too many of those sorts of videos because it's only things that I've learned. I don't know everything about gardening, God knows that. But I think that as I learn things, it is quite nice to document them in their own separate videos, so people that are also new to gardening can follow along with them. So if any of you found those videos helpful, then let me know, because, you know, I don't really know if they're going to be received good by the viewers or not. But yeah, I'll leave it there for today. So thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios and deuces.